Hi, I'm D, and welcome to DStream TV. This is the second version of this video. I have a separate one up on my other channel that's for my VODs and my live streams, but this channel is for more scripted and kind of in-depth content. So yeah, links to both channels will be in the description. Let's get on with it. I've been checking out the Stellar Blade demo, and I think the game could be something special. After playing through it several times, I have to say it has a fully polished combat system. One that reminds me somewhat of Bloodborne. The art and design setting also reminds me of Death Stranding at times. If you engage your suspension of disbelief, the story world and characters have echoes of a vast, surreal, post-apocalyptic setting. One we as the player are only scratching the surface of. On the side, I find myself comparing Death Stranding to Twin Peaks at times, heavily surreal and dark. It's a long time since I've seen Twin Peaks, so others may be better positioned to speak about that. Although Stellar Blade doesn't lean as far into those surreal themes, it does manage to portray the scale and scope of its post-apocalyptic setting in a similar way. Again, I think games like Death Stranding and now Stellar Blade require the player to commit to engaging their suspension of disbelief in a way many modern Western titles don't. Some players will find this jarring and won't, and may even drop off. Other players will just skip all that and jump into the hacking and slashing their way through the story. For that latter group, I think the combat stands up enough to keep the players engaged. So let's take a look at the combat system, and here's where I think the game has something very special. I'd like to return for a moment to From Software's cult classic Bloodborne. A game that had a visceral, gratifying combat system. A skill-based system that rewarded the player for taking chances. You had a vast arsenal of weapons to choose from, but with limited movesets. Some weapons were better for certain situations, but it's perfectly viable for the player to pick one favourite weapon, upgrade it, and use it all the way to the end of the game. The combat system consisted of satisfying combinations of attacks, blocking, and parries. Where Bloodborne achieved this through a limited moveset with lots of weapon choices, Stellar Blade succeeds in doing the same, but with a massive moveset and fewer weapons. So let's take a closer look at how it works. We have our basic attacks, made up of quick and strong attacks. These can be combined into a vast amount of combos with modifiers and buttonholes that add powerful ending moves. From what I can tell from the demo, the game rewards you for mixing up those combos. I can't be 100% sure, but I think if you keep spamming the same combo, you earn less skill points. Next we have beta skills. These are more powerful attacks that consume beta energy, so insert joke here. Best used for delivering damage to stronger enemies and bosses. It's nice to have a meter fully charged before entering boss fights, so you may find yourself using these skills sparingly at first, but don't be afraid to break them out when you get into trouble. The next layer in the system are burst skills. These abilities allow you to evade strong enemies and give you an opening to counter and punish. These are Perfect Dodge, Blink, and Repulse. These two can be upgraded and expanded using skill points. Executing them correctly will also charge your beta energy, so aggressive play is rewarded. There's also ranged attacks, but they're not in the demo, so we won't mention them here. There are 2 locked ability trees in the demo. It's likely one of these will be ranged weapons and the other is still a mystery until launch, but it'll be cool to see what they do with it. With everything we see so far in the demo, we have a fully formed combat system as it stands. Don't be afraid to lower the difficulty level of the game. And the game also has an area where you can practice new skills, even those you haven't unlocked yet. I've taken advantage of this many times when I was unsure how to use them in game. So I think the combat system is awesome and will lead to some intricate and engaging gameplay. One I haven't seen executed as well since Bloodborne. I'm not going to lie, I've been farming skill points to unlock the abilities in the demo, as the demo save file should be usable in the release version. There are some things I don't like. Swinging from pole to pole and platforming can be clunky at times. Locking on and engaging large groups of enemies can be fickle, but that could be part of the learning curve, or the lack of ranged weapons in the demo. With all that said, I'm looking forward to the final release of the game. I think the game will be one of those kind of classics. I hope it gets a PC launch and doesn't end up kind of stranded on the PlayStation platform, because I think that's something that affected the reach of Bloodborne back in the day. So have you checked out the demo? Are you going to wait for a PC release maybe later on? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. You can check out my past live streams on my second channel, and you can catch up with streams live on Twitch. Take care, and I'll chat to you all again soon.